You can start this
Perfect.
off. It is your imagination, your creation. Let's hear it.
Sounds good. All right, here is the first log line. An ex cop and his family are the target of an evil force that is using mirrors as a gateway into their home. Here is the second log line. A teenager tries to make peace with a creature that's lived in her new house centuries before her family's arrival. And here is the final log line. A woman tries to exonerate her brother by proving that a crime was committed by a supernatural phenomenon. And Nick, what is your guess?
My guess is the second one about the creature inside the house.
And that is correct. That is my original idea
That's because
that I will get into in
the
just a
other movies
sec.
are Mirrors and Oculus.
Oh, that's bonus points for sure.
I love me some
We're
Oculus.
gonna call that Oculus was really good, honestly.
It's
Doesn't get enough
way better
love.
than it should have been. I never expected it to be that good. Really cool.
Great ending.
Yeah, cyclical, you may say.
A reflection, one might say.
Ooh.
So this idea, I actually pared it down a little bit because the original idea of this was the plot of Mirrors.
Mhm.
Word for word, except for the ex-cop thing, I had the idea of like, oh, what if, and this was when I was very, very young, and it evolved into what it is now, but I had the idea of, what if there's like a monster in the mirror and it like kills you because it controls you because it's you? And then the movie Mirrors came out in 2008, and I was like, whoa, my idea. So it was a little bit like, oh, I can't believe they stole my idea. And also, I feel pretty good about coming up with a Hollywood level idea.
Yeah.
So that one evolved into what it is now, which is going to be a story or maybe a screenplay about a girl and her family that moves into a new house. You know, classic, oh, it's high school or whatever, and now I have to figure out a new place to live and find new friends.
Mhm.
But with the twist that in the attic, there will be a mirror that is a gateway portal for a creature, a more modernized version of one of the classic monsters that she ends up interacting with and having to learn how to deal with, which maybe will be a theme of learning to deal with your parents when you move to a new place and they just don't seem to understand.
Mhm.
Or maybe it'll be about something else like Stranger Danger, but I haven't worked out the themes yet. I just like the general idea.
Yeah, I like
And
that
I hope you
idea
do
as
too.
well.
Thanks, man. If you want to steal it and like make it your own, feel free.
Already on it.
Perfect. And now I believe the tables have
All right,
turned. Go ahead,
here we
Nick.
go. The first one. Cerberus, Hound of Hades, falls in love with a recently deceased poodle, but all three heads want her for their own. Second one. Man's girlfriend
No
gets
problem.
kidnapped by demons. So the man makes a summoning circle using her Necronomicon. She just has one. And he goes into hell
Hmm.
and debates the demons to get her back. Third one. A teenage boy falls in love with a girl he meets after taking pictures up her skirt.
All right. The second one sounds like it's something that has been made. So I'm going to have to guess the first one is your
Exactly
idea.
correct. The second one is my favorite
Man,
movie
that's.
ever. That is Low by Travis Betts.
Oh, never heard of it, never seen it, but maybe I will now.
It's very hard to find. It's a very limited release, and a friend showed me to it, and I instantly fell in love with it. And I emailed him earlier. It's a very theatrical movie, and it is being adapted into a stage play, which I'm so excited for. Any guess what the
I don't know
third
if you heard
movie
that.
was?
Burp. What was the log
A
line again?
teenage boy falls in love with a girl he meets via taking pictures up her skirt.
God, that sounds so familiar, and I don't know. Is it like Revenge of the Nerds or something?
No,
Ah, fudge. Okay, what
it
is it?
is Love Exposure by Sion Sono.
I've never heard of this. It also sounds. Is it a comedy? I hope
It
it's a
is a
comedy.
sort of romantic comedy. It is almost 4 hours long. It is incredibly crazy and wacky, and all sorts of wild stuff happens. And that's Sion Sono's kind of deal. I highly recommend all his movies. A little polarizing, but they're kind of awesome. If you couldn't tell by that description,
I love it, and I'm so glad I guessed the right story that was yours. It definitely sounded like a Morgan production.
it's hard to find more. unbelievable things than my own ideas, unless I just include the movie I ripped it off from. But that's not fair.
Yeah, that might make it a little rough.
It's just three different home invasion movies.
It's a Hush, Hush, and Hush. Except I wrote the second
Exactly.
Hush.
Hush, Strangers, and The Last House on the Left. Nick, you didn't write any of those. You're playing this game wrong.
I'll fix it next time.
So obviously, the reoccurring theme between your choices was mirrors.
Yes,
Very,
yes, it
very
was.
specific in that. Did you mention a mirror in the
Hello?
third synopsis, third log
The
line?
third one I did not,
Mhm.
but I feel like you just knew Oculus well enough to think like exonerate brother.
That's exactly
That
what
sounds
triggered
like
it because I was like, oh, this one's.
Yeah.
I was like those because I was like the second one's like big friendly giant.
Big fucking
Yeah,
giant.
big fucking giant. But then I was like
Hey.
exonerate Oculus. The theme's mirrors.
I feel like the theme of yours is romance overall. I wanna say like demons or something, but there's no demons in the last one, so it's got to be romance.
It was
right?
definitely romance. Very close to being
thank goodness.
monsters, but I wanted to give a shout out to Sion Sono. So love was
hell
was
yeah.
was the word.
Oh, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I hope we do that
I do
again
too.
next week, maybe.
Plus, we get to learn about new movies, or I get
Yeah,
to
new movies and each other.
yeah,
a little bit.
or I get to flex my supreme trivia skills.
You definitely flex this time,
Flexing
man. I was
is-
not expecting you to just come out and say, "That's mirrors and Oculus." I was like, "Dang,
I've
very
got a
impressed."
talent for that.